welcome back to another brand new episode of the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast. I'm here with the boys, Jimbo, Coach Mike, and Todd.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah.
No.
We are live.
We're live and we'll be recorded tomorrow.
Yep.
I mean, we're live. It's 6 o'clock.
It's Monday.
6 o'clock Monday.
Ooh, and if everyone forgot already, NRL League, we're sponsoring Season 6. Starts this fall. If you haven't checked it out yet, the Naughty Racing League, go to McNaughty's YouTube channel. Check out those races. See what it's all about. But I'm pretty sure you've checked it out, so yeah, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Yes, we are sponsoring something like we're almost important.
That's right.
Yeah, so sign up and join the league.
Yeah, sign up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Hopefully we'll get some exclusive driver interviews and some other interviews with some of the other people. I know McNaughty will be joining us once it gets closer to Season 6, but yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait. Can't
Heck
wait.
yeah. Heck yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Good times. So, yeah, how's everyone been doing this great? It was actually a pretty good week in the old Gran Turismo world.
Yep.
I would say.
Yeah,
It certainly was.
I think so.
quite shocking.
Right?
Yeah, I think we were on more than normal.
Oh, yeah. That race C was mighty good.
Race C was a lot of fun. I was on, I think, 3 nights this week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Doing like I did 3-4 races each night. Racing in my B account again. It's a little too dangerous to race in my main account.
Yeah, I learned that night one.
Yeah.
I was on the main account and just got a little crazy and thought, oh, this shouldn't be too bad. And whoo, that first lap was a little nuts. It was a little nuts.
And
First 2 corners.
and either have ghosting through the corner or don't. Because half the cars ghost and half the cars don't ghost.
It's not consistent.
There's no consistency. Well, how about this one? Guy in front of me gets a 1 second penalty, right? So I'm following him, and I go to the left as he hits the penalty line. He jogs in front of me, and I run into him as he is ghosted. And I slammed into the back of him.
Yep.
Oh, that's weird.
That's been happening a while. I think Tijni mentioned something about that.
Yeah,
yeah,
ghosted, and I hit him.
For me.
Hold on, let me see. Oh no, it's in my third account, so I can't look it up. Damn it, because I might have recorded it. But yeah, I'm just like flying along, and the guy like goes to ghost. I move over, and he jogs in front of me, and I go wham and hit him, and he takes off. And I have a fucking shit ton of damage.
And I bet you gave him a big old boost, too, when you hit him.
That's exactly it. It's weird. It's like they're ghosted,
gone.
but it's not. You're like halfway through the car when it hits. It's not like you just hit the back of them. It's like you were halfway in the car.
Yeah,
and it's fucking like ka-tunk. It's like, what the fuck was that?
What'd you guys do with Arrow? Did you leave it stock or did you play around with it?
Increased the rear downforce too.
Oh, you increased rear down. I went opposite way.
You went
off for a top speed.
I went for top speed.
Oh, snap.
It affected rear tire wear quite a bit, but like going down the front straight and back straight, even in slipstream, no one would catch you. And it really didn't affect my braking points that much. It didn't affect my speeds that much through the corners.
That's good.
Which was crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, because I was doing 1725 to the rear is what I was doing.
Yeah, I did 1750.
So
Yeah, I don't remember what I was at.
I like the increased stability of the rear.
Mm-hmm.
I know it did affect the straight line speed, but I would just time it so that I could get somebody coming out of parabolic that I was right on their ass. So even with less downforce, I would stay with them because you can if you're close enough, you stay with them. If you're back, they'll pull away a bit, even with the slip. So I stayed real close off parabolic and then took them into the first corner. I had a couple of nice passes.
Hold on, I'm going in to see what I was putting my settings at.
Yeah, it was a fun ass race.
Chaos.
It was.
I was rear. I had at 1500.
Oh shit!
Rear was 1500. Front was 1100.
Oh, okay.
Okay. A little off of both. I never touched the front.
Yeah, I never touched it.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah. Gave me enough straight line speed where it was almost impossible for guys to catch me going into turn one or parabolica. And the rate of speed I would catch people through Curva Grande, because I have no downforce and they have a ton. As soon as I got in their slipstream, it was like turbo boost.
Oh shit!
And then I was braking. Yeah, I was braking at like the 150 marker in, and everybody was having difficult with the second chicane.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was having difficult. Nobody was braking soon enough, so they were flying right through.
Oh yeah, dude, I got hit one time, and holy shit, I've never.
Yeah,
been
dude,
hit
I've never seen
flying so. Dude, it was warp speed. It was insane.
For me, there's the one funny thing for me. I can say this: every single race I was in this week, which was quite a few of them, no matter where I started, whether back of the pack, mid-back kind of thing, depending on what it was, a couple qualifying times in my main where I was up front a bit. Every race coming out of the first corner, I was fucking 5 seconds at least behind everybody at the end. I came out last place with a penalty almost every time. It was fucking nuts. And I didn't even do anything. I had a guy fucking pinball off a guy in front of him who slammed his brakes on early. The guy pinballed off him, shot backwards, probably a good 100 meters at me, hit me, destroyed my car, and then shot me into the guy behind me and gave me a penalty.
Yep, I had that happen too.
I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
bullshit?
I got a 3 second. Yeah, I got a 3 second penalty. We were at low speed, and like everybody in front of me just started smashing into each other, and I was on my brakes early. And it's like boom, 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 and the guy in front of me ping pongs into me, and I ended up with a 3 second penalty for his ping pong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was a great race. It's almost better to start in the back so you could watch the chaos happen, and then
that's what I was doing.
I raced from the back.
Yeah.
I raced from the back every single time. It
was fun from the back because you got to you got to witness the absolute carnage.
Mm-hmm.
And,
dude, I was gaining 6-7 spots every race at the first corner.
Yep.
Because there were all these cars off, and at the second chicane. Like, I would gain at least 2 or 3 more at the second chicane. Like, I was starting in 14th, 15th, and 16th, and I would be in the top 10.
Oh, yeah.
Going into the Lesmos.
Yeah. I was 16th to 6th out of the second chicane in one of my races. Yeah, I think I finished that lap in 4th place or something by the time I got through it. That was the D account.
What lap were you pitting?
6, because I noticed that when I did 5, which I kind of wanted to, I was coming out in traffic and quite a lot from the guys behind that were I was just like, no, I had to keep out of the traffic out front because almost all of them every race I was coming into the pits at like 6th place or so. I was doing really well that way in most of my races, so I just wanted to stay away from traffic. Figured then I can push harder on the softs at the end with the one extra lap too. So
yeah,
4th place.
I was pitting lap 6 or lap 5.
I was pitting lap 4 and not having any issues.
I heard Todd did that too.
Yeah. I did a couple.
Todd, you did 4th. Yeah,
I did a couple, but mostly it was just lap 5.
See, everybody was coming in lap 5, lap 6, and I'm like, fuck this. Oh, pit early
I know,
and take advantage of it.
I know Todd and I were both saying similar things. Like I think it was Monday night. We both were like shitting the bed on the races itself. How'd you do for the rest of the week there, Todd?
I did great Monday. Tuesday,
Was
it
it
was
Tuesday? Maybe then
pretty.
you were doing shitty racing.
I mean, that's shitty. It was just a lot of chaos and shit. I did have a fucked up one race. I didn't set my tires or my downforce and shit like that. And then I took Wednesday off and then raced Thursday. And then I raced Friday. Yeah, I think my worst Friday was the 7th. And shit like that. But yeah, I was running high 24s, low 25s.
Nice.
Race pace, and yeah, starting 14th, 15th, 16th, and getting 3rd, 4th, 5th.
You're generally in higher lobbies even with whichever account you're in. How was the driving standards for you?
Well, again, a lot of people don't like these cars. A lot of controller players can't drive these cars. So the lobby was fuck, dude. Monday night, I thought I was in a drop fucking lobby. I'm like, dude, half the lobby's fucking B drivers. Like, what the fuck did I do? And that wasn't the case. It was just nobody was fucking doing the race. Yeah, it was like me, Hell's Fire, and Blue Turd Taurus, and then everybody else was like fucking B and shit. And but then, yeah, it started getting a little better. Grove would come in, Colin, Roland, and shit like that, and then WRX and shit. So around like 8 Eastern, 9 Eastern, the lobbies tended to get a little bit better later at night and shit like that.
Everybody's off work and shit and had dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So Tuesday was yeah, probably the worst of it. But other than that, yeah, just a great race. Love racing those cars.
Oh yeah.
I suffered a lot from the stupid penalty system. Did you get that much at all, or?
Tuesday, yeah, it was just like, God damn, dude, I'd get fucking rear-ended into somebody, and then I would get a 4-second fucking penalty, and then I would get a fucking half-second here or there for something or whatever. But then, yeah, I cleaned that shit up Thursday and Friday. I was just super fucking patient and would wait until like lap 2 or 3 and then just start passing people and shit like that.
A little calmer.
Yeah, and then once I got the sauce, most people aren't running in the 24s, or if they do it, they're doing high 25s, low 26s. So
that's where I was.
Yeah, picking up a second or two a lap and just passing people.
Nice. Now talking about penalties there, I mentioned it with Jim that earlier. Did anybody notice the penalty glitch people are using, putting the 2 wheels in the grass at the penalty line to help negate the penalty?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't. So this guy, Canadian, what the fuck is this guy's, like Jeff Jefferson, or pretty dirty fucking driver?
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
So me and Colin, they were kind of battling. He had a half-second penalty, and I was right behind him. And yeah, he must have gone off, and I just tried like going right through him. Like, oh, this guy's got to fucking have it. Boom, fucking his car unghosted within a fucking 10th of a fucking second.
Yep.
And shit and fucking damage. So going into what is it, Degner? I just fucking punted this dude because like for 4 or 5 races he was driving like a fucking dickhead and shit. So I'm like, boom, see ya, bud.
Throat punched him.
Yep. Send him into Barryard and shit.
If people don't know, and I'm not suggesting people to use this, but this is what is happening. When you come up to the penalty line, if you put, regardless of the car, if you can put 2 wheels in the grass, if there's grass there, the car at that point becomes so unstable at the penalty line that the auto drive takes over and the penalty time starts. But because you're off the road, basically, the AI takes over and pulls the car back over without really slowing down. It just kind of lets off the throttle for a second to stabilize, to get it back on the track. And at that point, the penalty is already over. and you don't use it, you literally lose like a tenth of a second, if that, instead of
Yeah.
the penalty.
Seriously.
And you will unghost really quick because you're still up to speed. And that's what people have been doing. I tried it just to see the actual impact, to see if it was like, why are they doing it? Is it really that beneficial? And holy crap, you just go whoop and back on the track, and it's like nothing happened.
Wow.
Especially with a 1 second penalty, you lose a bit. Anything more than that, it's really not that worth it. Because there's technically a chance of you spinning out of control when you do it. And I've seen people do it. They went right off into the wall because of the way the tires grab on the grass at that speed. So you got to be very cautious about it. But yeah, it is something they need to address and fix. iRacing had a similar issue at Spa coming up. Was it the Camel Straight? If you went off, put wheels into the grass, you would actually accelerate.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, they have some kind of little broken glitch there that people are unfortunately taking advantage of, similar to the Daytona infield glitch, like where you could go across the grass at the pit and cut the track off and no penalty or nothing. They got to fix that kind of stuff because it kind of ruins the game when you expect something to happen, and it doesn't. You know, people are getting away with breaking the rules, cutting, like, if you can cut half a second, get a half a second penalty for cutting the corners through the chicanes, for example, at Monza. You get a lot of extra momentum and speed for only half a second penalty, and then being able to negate that penalty, you know what I mean? There's really no repercussions. You're making up a lot of time and speed for cheating, you know, kind of thing. So
Oh
Yeah,
no, you're
saving
making
about
up a
a
ton
second.
because I mean that zone is in the middle of the back straight.
Yeah.
Before Parabolica, yeah, you're already in sixth gear, and it slows you way even a half a second. You're losing what, a second and a half, 2 seconds. But no, yeah, it's I just right now again, penalty system is fucking bad. It is so bad. Either do it properly or don't have a penalty system. Either do ghosting or don't do ghosting, because right now your ghosting's all fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You need to look at track limits again, because some of the track limits penalties I got this last week, there is no way that that would have ever been a track limits penalty in anywhere else. So
Yeah, just maybe do the first lap ghosted in a race like this.
Yeah.
Where everybody's fucking ghosted. Just try to get out and do your fucking thing, and then lap 2, everybody comes back to whatever.
Or 25 meters or 50 meters before the corner, everybody ghosts. Then 25 or 50 meters afterwards, everybody unghosts.
Well, that was the crazy part. The race that with Mike and Todd, was it Tuesday or Monday? Todd was
you said,
like a fucking century ahead of me. And I could see
ghosted.
he ghosted. But when you're up on their ass going into the first
They
chicane,
don't
they don't ghost.
Yeah.
Nope.
It was wild.
Nope. Or if they're right next to you or they're flying, you know, the thing is, there were people that were flying into that corner.
Oh man, yeah.
Not
missiles.
ghosting at all.
Yep.
And smashing everybody off. It's just, come on. You can tell that Polyphony just doesn't give a shit about the game anymore. They're just not doing anything. Their updates are bullshit. They're just not doing anything anymore.
It's funny because in the DU lobbies, you get, like, in that race, if you get even close, like, everybody ghosts.
Oh.
Literally everybody ghosts in the fucking corners. Like, 'cause in those lobbies, D is, I'm sorry, bad and dirty mix. It's some of the worst fucking driving I've ever fucking seen ever.
Well, it's probably
A is really bad. B is good.
Dealing with.
Yeah. B is actually fairly calm. It's just they're not necessarily dirty. They're bad drivers. A lot of them there. They're just so you can kind of understand what they're going to do. They're not just going to punch you. They just make bad moves. So you can kind of work with that. D, holy shit, man. Thank God I never was really in those lobbies long. Just one.
Like I said,
but Jesus fuck.
I have cleaner races in B lobbies than I do in A plus lobbies.
Yeah.
Like you get mid A to low A plus, and those fuckers are driving like assholes. They do. I mean, it's the weirdest thing, because I was like, I've been driving in just pure B lobbies, and yeah, you get a dirty racer on occasion, or you just get poor racing, just guys that aren't that skilled. And then you move up into, the last lobby I raced that night, it was like Tinsley, it was Freedom, it was, or WRX, what do you want to call them? It's
gotcha,
like,
yep.
You've got guys that are higher placed. And believe me, oh my gosh, Tins and I had a great race. So much fun. But then you have this dude named Django who decided that he's just going to smash through. Yeah. And he's an A-plus driver. And he was just running over people.
Oh, yeah. Is he a Brazilian?
I don't remember. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I remember seeing that name a couple times.
Yeah, he was just running over people. It was like, he was like, well, these are B drivers. They just need to get out of my way. That's how he was driving. Because I took him into the second chicane and outbraked him, and he just turned in on me and spun me. I just took off.
Yeah,
I'm like,
take a couple people out in my races.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, Tinsley, great race. So much fun. Like, back and forth, drafting past each other on the straights, going into the corners, super clean, super fun, but then you've got this other fucking asshole that, it's like, usually, Todd, you're racing with higher A-plus guys, not lower A-plus guys. That's the difference. And usually you're further out front, too, when it comes to in any of those lobbies. So you're not dealing with the same shit that we're dealing with.
Us shitty drivers have.
Yeah.
Well, they get mid-A, they feel good, they feel like they need to be in front the whole time. They get desperate, they just want to be in front, so they do whatever, and it's just like, dude.
Well, it's like it's almost like it's like they went from mid-B to mid-A overnight, and they're still driving like they're a mid-B driver. That's how it feels.
Yeah, I had some great races, like you were saying, drafting, getting in the slip, pass him. I'd make a tiny mistake, let him by, get back in the slip, or he'd get in my slip, and we're just doing little slingshots up and down and making moves and helping each other.
And the funny thing is, and not slowing each other down.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
With Tinsley and I, we weren't slowing each other down. It's like, all right, slingshot move, get into the next set of corners, follow each other, slingshot move, go into the next set of corners. We weren't slowing, so we were actually going really fast.
Yeah,
I would say I did 12 between 12 and 15 races, and I would say half of those I was fastest on the track.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like I was just.
You think so?
I was.
He was.
Oh.
Well, that was the best
Everybody
part.
thinks they're the fastest on the track. That's why the bullshit happens.
No. Actually, I got fastest lap, so go fuck yourself.
Hell yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people warm up properly enough for races.
They just kind of jump
may
in.
do a couple laps and jump in.
Well, in this one,
especially that one, it's not a jump in and go.
Like I jumped in and went, but I also knew what I was dealing with too.
Right.
Like I knew that this was so. The first race I had was literally remembering the hints from Tidge and going off from that and just warming up the car. First race I started 16th and ended up 8th.
Nice.
I was okay with that, and that was regular downforce. I really didn't have any problems with the rear of the car. So I just went in, regular downforce, got to know it. The next race, I started 14th and ended up 2nd because I just was able to pick my speed up. Every lap was faster. But that car is not an amateur car. That car is a death trap.
Yeah, it's better than the other death trap F1.
Oh yeah,
they have, but
yeah,
it is still it's It's not
so,
just a
so
casual
good.
road car.
No, it's
Yeah,
so
It
good.
is. It
Especially
is
I
not.
hate it.
A
It's coming to an end.
VR. VR, it's
Well,
the
I was
best.
going to say this.
It's the best.
Is it just me? And I'm not just trying to be
Yes.
biased because we love VR, but is it seemingly like VR drivers that are in there now, and there's a lot of us, are the better drivers now.
I feel like it. You can
Like
see
the more
it.
more racing etiquette, more calmness, more like, I mean, there's not that stupidness, not that they're all great drivers, but they're not dirty drivers. Most VR people are some of the better quality, in my opinion, right now, because
I
of
think
your
it's
I would
because
agree
you
with
awareness
that.
lose.
and the way it scares the shit out of you when someone smokes you, like when you do shit, like it's not something like a flat screen where you can just punt people, spin out of control, whatever, haha. You know, you're in VR. If you spin, like it'll make
You could
some
feel
people
the fear.
nauseous. Yeah, I raced this whole week, very cautious. Guy got to run, just let him go. I'm not going to get knocked
Yeah,
off. I'm not
no.
going to spin myself
Yeah.
out, getting out of position. Let him go. No, fight it, no matter what it was.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Because I'm in VR. I spun that car a couple times. It fucking, I did that Neem race, and someone pitted me on the last corner, and I was just like, I was like, holy fuck! Like I lost my shit. I was laughing. It was just like I was in vertigo still, just trying to drive, and fucking, it was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, well, your eyes start spinning around in your head, like you got marbles spinning around in your head when that car goes.
It leads me to, why don't we get a VR only game, please? So that because it'll make the racing that much better, because people won't be as bad, because it's more mentally startling when you do shit like that.
I think part of it too is, honestly, there is, in some ways, there's reduced visibility. You know, when you're in the cockpit and you have all that metal around you, and there are times where you really, it's hard to gauge distance, so you are more careful around people too.
Yep.
Like you are just more careful because you're not sure how far, and then you get stuck in a right-hand drive car and you really don't know because you are definitely not used to it.
Yeah. I know that's a big thing for me too.
You know,
but like it happened to me in the race. Like I was battling with a guy, and I can't remember where the corner was. I think it might have been going into like the Dagners. The second she came, we were kind of side by side. I had the overlap. Like I was up on my half a car, and going in, I was like trying to see where he was, and I look over, couldn't quite see him in my mirror because he was kind of in the blind spot. And I did a quick look over my shoulder. I was like freaking out. I was like, where the hell did this guy go? He let the fuck off.
right?
But because of the visual placement of where I had to look and where that radar was, and that I couldn't see where he was at all. And I lost so much speed in that he just fucking fucking underneath me he went. You know, like I was just like the visibility, like because you have to try to look around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're really paying attention a lot more, and I think that's possibly why VR drivers I think are taking it a little bit more seriously because it feels like it's your car.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I think that's what it is too. Is you sit in it and you're like, okay, I'm in a car now. You're not in the stupid hood view, which people that use that. I know there are a couple of when Rory did his interview with the top drivers.
Picasso.
There's no, he didn't. No, it was with like Fraga or not Fraga. It was Gallo.
Yep. He does chase.
Valerio does chase cam.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
How weird is that? That is so weird to me.
And on a
dude,
steering
and
wheel.
that's like a cheat mode, dude. Using that view because you're fucking 15 feet above.
Oh yeah.
And dude, you can see every apex a fucking mile away and shit like that, and you can see what other cars.
It's wild. I can't do it.
Here's the thing: is I can understand it in
hard.
controller. If you're a controller player, I can understand that.
Yeah,
because we all grew up on chase cam controller.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I even did quite a lot of that in the early Gran Turismos, that kind of thing with the controller, just so I could see better, like kind of thing. But once I got on a wheel, I was like bumper cam or cockpit mode. You know what I mean? Until I got VR, and
you said cock.
It's just pit. It's called asshole mode, cockpit. But yeah,
Yeah,
like the chase cam is ridiculous.
yeah. I've always done bumper cam
Yeah.
Same.
with Gran Turismo. Always been bumper
Oh, I did
cam.
do chase with controller like Mike back in the day.
No, I never.
I was
never
so
did. I never
surprised
felt
when he
comfortable
said
with it.
that. I was so surprised
Yeah,
that he
I
said
was
chase.
too.
I was so shocked
Yeah.
because I would have never thought.
I mean, everything else that they said was pretty much. I think pretty much what everybody should be doing. Lots of practice.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
what it comes down to.
That's exactly.
Lots of practice.
Seat time.
So yeah, it's seat time. It's using the entire track. Absolutely.
Yeah, I might like for me, like Drew's always like you don't do a lot of races sometimes. I was like, well, yeah, it's just seat time. I'm doing time trial. I'm just getting comfortable enough that I'm like I can jump in, but I'd like to be able to be like if I'm jumping in, it's because I just did 3 days of over 100 miles of just time trialing.
Right.
Until the point I was literally knew exactly what to do if anything happened. And that's why I can control cars so much better now. I'm just all over the place. I'm just just mentally memorizing every detail I can and every like obstacle. And like, I kind of went a little deep there. Okay, how to deal with that every time so that when you're in a race, you're not just screwing yourself over, getting on the gas too, or things like that happening. Like I just want to know everything I can before I get into a race most times, especially like say a car like anything open wheel like that because they're death traps if you don't know what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Seat time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Weeklies,
More
like,
people need to
those
practice more before jumping into races.
Like, for example, weeklies. Those weekly challenges they added, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's such a good thing because you get money, but it gives you seat time in random, various different aspects of driving, and it just makes you better and better. And if you're not one of those people just slam through the fucking and just to get like if you actually race it and try to make a perfect drive, which is what I try to do, I'll restart those things. Regardless, because I bagged
clean
into
race.
I went off the track a bit. I want to make it so that every time I drive, I'm as perfect as possible. So
and those races are perfect for that.
Yeah,
and it's a serious challenge to do that.
Yeah, they're easy races, but at the same time, they're not if you try to make them perfect.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because
I did a 2-lap Nürburgring race the other day, and I freaking hit a guy and went off the track on the last lap of the 2 laps at Nürburgring, and I was like, "Fuck it, restart."
Restart it
because I didn't feel good about myself making that mental error,
right,
to win the race, so I just restarted the race. Yeah, I love that track, but it's like I just wasted 15 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's not the first corner. It was the last fucking coming down the Dotner straight side by side with the AI, and I fucking hit him, went off, and we both crashed a bit. And I was like, "Fuck, I can't do that. Restart."
Restart. That's right.
Yeah.
It was a good week.
I definitely think it was a good week. It's crazy. Did you see Lewis Hamilton's comment after qualifying yesterday? I mean, on Saturday.
No.
Time for a new driver.
He said, "I'm useless. No problem with the car. The car's on pole. Probably needs to change driver."
Jesus, Hamilton.
That's what Lewis said.
Being too hard on yourself.
Lewis is really having some issues right now.
He's not mentally focused or anything.
He is not. He is not mentally focused.
Something has happened with the transition to Ferrari in his own personal life.
I think he got a new girlfriend.
I think that's happened.
I don't think that. I think he's focused and he's ultra competitive. It's just this car does not suit his driving style. And he is clashing with his engineers, and
the way Ferrari
they're
does
not giving him a good car. Yeah, and so, which is leading him to overdrive and try to do shit, which is making him fucking slower and shit like that. Where, it's just not gelling between them, and you're gonna have first year hiccups and shit like that. So.
That's
come
where
2026.
Exactly.
They'll should have a better relationship, but right now, him and his team are not gelling. They're not on the same
They
page.
need to take a little
And
weekend
again,
retreat or something and get to know each other
Well,
better.
I'm
they're on summer
just gonna
vacation now.
Right.
yeah,
I
I'm
hope they're
just
together.
saying that I'm just gonna say this. The Ferrari team is having issues gelling with any driver that's on the team.
I know, even Charles.
It's like they don't pay attention to the drivers at all.
In
They're
fact,
like
they don't.
they're
They
like
do
this
not.
It's
is
Ferrari.
this is what we're gonna do.
Right.
You can't
and
say that. It's a
who gives
Ferrari.
who gives a shit about the drivers? This is what Ferrari does.
Yeah.
Like, and it is showing.
Well, I feel like
showing
Fred doesn't
because
have that much control like he should. He needs more control.
There
And he
hasn't
just signed
been.
a contract. They just
Thank
extended
God.
him
They
too.
just extended him
God.
too. This is the problem. The last person to have control of that team was Ross Brawn.
Yep. That is correct.
When Schumacher was racing.
Yes, they listened to
That's
everything
the
he
last
said.
time there was
Yep.
a team principal that had control of that team, and it wasn't the corporate side. Because right now it's the corporate side that has control of that team, and that's the reason the team is doing like shit.
Mm-hmm.
It just
It is.
that's
Yeah,
just how it is right now.
frustrated.
Yeah.
Charles is frustrated. Everybody is frustrated on the team except for the engineers. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, because
I
it seems
just,
like the engineers are just doing whatever they want. They're not
for
fucking
whatever-
paying attention to the drivers. That's for goddamn
For
sure.
whatever reason, my brain doesn't kind of
Work.
visualize what I'm going to ask. With the teams, like, do they have full team engineer staff for both cars, or is it
Yes.
one?
Yeah. Yep. They
Yes,
have their own
both
set.
cars. Yes,
Each-
both
Okay.
cars have their
So
own
why
set
do
of
they
engineering.
fucking not do that? Like, build the car for that driver instead of copying the car from both for one. You know what I mean? Like, it
It's
seems like
Ferrari's
that's what
way or the
most teams
highway.
do.
Mhm.
Because
Well, they make
because
it like
both
one car,
they have one
even
car.
though there's two teams.
Yes,
You know
well,
what I mean? Technically, in the middle there,
Yeah.
then why isn't it not? You know
because
what I mean?
it would cost twice as much.
Well, it already technically does. You're paying fucking another team, two fucking engineering teams, both
But-
get paid salaries
no,
to do
see,
the
when
same
it-
fucking thing. Like,
So-
you're wasting money, in my
So
opinion.
no.
right?
So how it works is there your race engineering team. There are two different teams. So there are the race engineers for Charles and race engineers for Lewis.
Yeah.
But when it comes to design, there's one team that designs
Yeah.
the car, and then it's
Fine
how
tuning.
it's the fine tuning that comes down to the each driver's team.
Yeah. Again, then why are they not doing that though? Like tuning it better, like because I understand the basic
Because
principles of
they
building
don't
the car
want to
is one
listen
way,
to their
but
drivers. There
Yeah.
is this disconnect, and the
the
drivers
same at Red Bull.
the same.
Mhm.
Well, look at what has happened to Red Bull. Red Bull's fallen apart. Number one, because they
Management.
have bad management.
Exactly. Well, it's again Ferrari and Red Bull. The man, it's their corporate, the head guys. Like again, fucking shit
Too
over.
involved, man.
Yeah.
You
Well,
let
like Max
you
said
let
with his
the
car.
greatest car designer ever
Slip
go.
through your fingers.
And
Yeah.
look what he's doing at Aston.
But Max is like, I have a good high speed car, but admit and low, the car sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And then-
if you haven't seen that as well, we all probably have by now. That interview with that
Chris
was the
Harris.
top
Oh,
one.
that
Oh
was
my
so
gosh.
That
good.
was great. That was
So-
So good.
If you get a chance,
Oh,
you need to
so
go
God.
look up Chris Harris, Max Verstappen in
Oh.
the new Ford Mustang GTD. I mean, the car is cool and all that shit. And I still don't like Max as a race car driver because he reminds me of Dale Earnhardt. But
As
the
a person,
way
though.
he approaches things,
Oh,
like
yeah.
his racecraft when it comes to how he figures out a track, that's super interesting. I was like, that's really cool. I like listening to that. That's the kind of stuff I like to learn about.
Geeked out on it.
Yeah, I normally would never.
Totally.
I'll be honest. I normally never even give a shit because Chris Harris, those guys, I don't care about them. I don't like their stuff most of the time.
He's hilarious.
But
I like Chris
Chris
Harris.
Harris is the
I like
was-
Chris Harris. Yeah.
I
Chris
loved
Harris.
that one. That was great.
Dude,
Like I'll watch them. I'm not saying I hate them by any means. It's just one of those things. It's like, nah, I could pass.
Right.
You know what I mean? It never
Chris
really
Harris,
clicking through
Jason
them.
Plato, or
Yeah.
like my two favorite car
Yeah,
drivers.
Well,
I watched
Chris
the.
Harris.
I only watch the the old school guys. That's it. Like I watch, the old
James May.
Yeah, May and Jeremy, or sorry,
Hammond!
Jeremy, Hammond.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's their shit is just hilarious to watch.
it is.
It's entertainment. The other stuff I find is great, but don't get me wrong, but it's more just kind of almost just like dry information that way. There's some comedy thrown in it, but it's not to their extent. Like to me, that's the car shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
those
see,
are the gurus that just tell you how it is.
I like
You
Chris
know,
Harris a lot because he
I'll have to
is.
take more look at him.
He's
Yeah,
no,
he's a-
no shits, dude. He's real.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a real
He's
He's a
motherfucker.
race
He's
car
real.
driver,
Yep.
Yep, and he's
He
a
can drive
racing
his ass
driver
off.
too.
Exactly.
Yep, he can drive his ass off. He
and he has a passion for cars. It's
Mhm.
not
he does.
fake.
Quick
It's-
question: you guys see the little clip? The compare that I saw it after that interview. It was like the difference between normal people and an F1 driver neck strength, and it shows like the braking and that from like Max going
Well,
in the corners.
anybody
Doesn't
that's
even
going to
move.
happen to,
Yeah, but he doesn't even move, and Chris Harris is like a whiplash. Whoop, bam, holy shit! Whoop,
you
bam,
can have the
holy
strongest
shit!
neck in the world. What you
Yeah, I
don't
know,
know
it's like
when
it-
the driver is.
Yeah,
gonna
it's
fly,
when
and then
Max is applying
he
the
knows
brakes.
when he's brake.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
anybody, that could be anybody. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it just shows like it just shows like wow,
Oh, fuck,
right?
man.
And it is true, like you said, Todd. Like if Chris was driving, he wouldn't be so snappy on his
Right.
neck because he understands when
knows.
he's hitting the brake. But it really
It's-
does show like a whole
it's
difference of like
fine.
how weak in a way.
Oh.
He just like it wasn't just like his head came forward. It was like whiplash. Like
His
you
whole
know the
body.
braking
Oh,
zone's
yeah.
coming.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of know, even as a passenger, you know the braking zone's coming, and it was just like wham, fucking through the windshield.
Well,
and
it's
again, it was-
funny because listening to Harris was analyzing the entire time too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's like, holy shit, the damping on this car. He just kept talking about how well the car was going over the bumps and how well the brakes were doing. And I love Max. Max is like, he's like, oh, have you talked to them about these? Like, I have not talked to
Nope.
Ford about this. I'm going to have to talk to him now and have it sent to Monaco.
Oh man.
Like,
Well, I like
Yeah, he's
how
getting
he
one of those.
kept pushing to find out his driving style, his line, his approach.
Yeah.
And he just kept pushing him. He's like, what are you doing? And then they were talking about that V. I've never, when they were breaking that down
Well,
and
he's
like,
a late apex guy.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was like,
he's a very
holy
late
shit.
apex.
That was
Always.
just a whole,
Yeah.
and it was blowing Chris's mind as well. It was just like, what the fuck?
well, late apex
Well, you get
allows
the
you to get
steering
better
wheel
drive
straight.
off the corner.
It
yeah.
does.
I
You
do
open your
the
hands
V.
and get straight
Yeah.
and accelerate.
Yeah, unless I'm in traffic, I usually do a little bit of a V on most like hairpins.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bottom of the
Right,
Nürburgring
hairpins,
GP.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, get it out wide, coming in late, turn, and then just mashing it down and getting a great run up the hill there.
Yeah,
Whereas if I take it tight, I have a nice line still, but I'm a little slower coming off the apex through the corner there because you're nice tight round there.
Yeah, you tend to
Which
get
is-
better, so you pick up a little bit of time coming in, but you lose it coming out.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah,
cool
whereas-
just with his dad, how his
Yeah.
dad drove him, and within 5 laps you should know this
Yeah.
track, and
And if you don't,
you
I'm
gotta
going to
be on
beat
it.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in a way, it
And if
makes
you
sense
don't,
because
then
that's-
you're walking home.
Like-
With no shoes.
Technically, look at us, for example. We get into a race at time trial or anything like that for New Weekly or whatever it might be. It's only like 3 to 5 laps before, regardless if we know the track or not, but it's like within 3 to 5 laps, we're doing some of our best laps.
Mhm. Oh,
Yeah, it's just
You know
getting
what I mean?
it's
For,
getting
like,
warmed
so
up,
it,
and
like, it
even
does
if
make
it's
sense.
yeah.
First couple laps, just getting used to the car, the way it
Mhm.
drives through the corners and that, picking up a bit of speed. And by our third, fourth, fifth lap, we're fucking ripping usually. It's not often that even on the newest of tracks that they add to the game when they do, we're that far out. You know what I mean? Even like, what was one of the last ones we had, that fucking mountainside, whatever, that Elgin Wood, whatever the fucking, you know what I mean?
The Eiger.
Yeah.
The Eiger, yeah, that one there. It only took a couple laps, and then, okay, there you go, boom. Depending, and then after that, it's just depending on what car, how hard you go.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take us as drivers that long to figure it out. And I can see why 5 laps at max, or you're getting beaten. Yeah, because if you're an upper, or trying to be the upper echelon of driving, if you're not picking up a fucking racetrack within 5 laps, you got an issue. You're not a driver. You know what I mean? That you're not that high a caliber because your brain's not registering things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and if you and this is how I feel too, and I think probably all of us are this way. If we're not searching for faster lines, you're not a real driver either. If you're, if you're not pushing your braking points, your turn ins, figuring out, different turn ins, different acceleration points, then why are you even in this? You're not trying to go fast.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that I'm always looking for a different line. I'm always trying to, when we're in high downforce cars, I am going to be on a different line than the car in front of me when it comes into a corner, because I'm trying to keep as much air on the front of my car as possible.
Yep, I like to turn. I like to be able to turn.
That's something I do as well. That's important. The high downforce, especially, is try to keep off. And I'll do a lot of outside moves because with the high downforce, you can do it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize, and and I just sail around. I have all the fucking downforce still because I have clean air, and I'm just all the way around you. Yeah, it's not maybe great for my tire wear, but the car's sticking. I'm going around the outside. See you later.
Yep.
And we all know if you can hang something around the outside on most tracks or most corners, you're going to get a massive run off the corner too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you keep your momentum up.
Yeah, you keep your momentum, and the other guy on the inside, if he's giving you room and racing clean, is going to be slower. So, and it's proven time and time again with, like, say, NASCAR. Yeah, you might be edging him on the inside, but guess what? Coming off that corner, his momentum is just going to sail by you.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Well, it's like parabolic.
I love doing that.
It's like hitting that outside.
Yeah, and hitting your acceleration point correctly.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest one is hitting the acceleration point correctly.
Yep, just not too soon.
Yeah, it's this last week's race was just really good. I'm glad I got in and did more of it. Had a great time doing that. If you
a lot of people did race B.
Yep,
a lot of people are doing that.
How many laps was that?
Race B wasn't even bad. 5 laps. It wasn't. Okay. It's not even that bad because that's actually a pretty decent race.
Yeah, I like that configuration of that track.
It's the bad drivers on there that really screw it up a bit, just because they start trying to push for moves and shit like that and dives in the most inappropriate places. Yeah.
Yeah, and we just don't get too many races like race C, so I was like, fuck that. I'm doing this one as much as possible.
Didn't even
as much
touch race
as possible.
B.
Race C,
exactly.
Anything like that, the downforce and open wheel especially, I don't care how good, bad, like, it's just so good because in VR, the intensity of it. And it's an absolute, I'll say this, if I was flat screen, I probably would be doing race B most this week. Because it would just be like, it's just too much chaos. My SR is going to drop, blah, blah, blah. You're like just whining about it that way. But because it's VR, it's just so good.
So good.
Regardless of what happens.
So
I shit the bed 2 days in a row. Like the worst races of my, like in the last 6 months probably. Just like couldn't get out of my own way. Just making mental error after mental. But I didn't care.
Right.
It was just so fun.
So good. Well, I even saw in the comments in the races on the side where everyone's like, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Everyone was like, oh my God, in VR, it's so good. I had so many races where people in the comments is like, VR where it's at. This is too good in VR. And then people asking, oh, is it good in VR? And I'm saying, fuck yeah, it is. Dude, this is where it's at.
Everything's
for this
better.
race.
But the open wheel stuff like that, it's just a fucking blast.
It's amazing.
I have, especially like most of us probably do at times in VR because of the heat. You got a fan in the area.
Oh yeah.
So in the open cockpit, you got a fan blowing. You just in the game, it makes you hear the wind. So you have a breeze against you while you're driving. It's just like it makes you feel so good, like you're in the car.
So immersive.
It's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the best.
Yeah, I have to have a fan on me, otherwise my ass sweats so much.
Same.
My goggles fucking get all foggy.
Fogging up. Back to the Max thing. I also, real quick, when he was talking about sim racers and the sim team and how he's really striving to bring the experience to the sim racers to actual real racing, is like he was talking like that's his main goal. It was like he wants to bring
He's
us
got a huge passion
into dude, just hearing it out of his mouth like that, and when he was talking, I was like, God damn, man, thank you.
Well, because he knows how expensive real racing is, and you got to know people, and he was fortunate. His dad was an F1 driver, so he had all the opportunities, and money wasn't an issue. And he knows there's a lot of talent out there that people can race. They just don't have the money or the resources. So, he is just all about fucking racing and sim racing, and he just has a passion for it.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Well, it was like I went to a job a week ago, and when I pulled up, there was this trailer out front kind of blocking my way. So I got out, opened the gate, and then the kid came out of the trailer, and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that, man." I'm like, don't worry about it. And I looked in the trailer. Dude, he had a little fucking go-kart, little shifter cart. And so I stood there and talked to him for 20 minutes, and I was asking him, because he's still in high school. He had just graduated high school, so he's getting ready to go to college. And I was asking him, like, so what's your main goal? Like, are you looking to race more? Is this just for fun? He's like, no, it's for fun, but I would love to get into formula cars and Indy cars and stuff like that. And these shifter carts are just, you get a lot of that in these, feeling those emotions and the speed and being that close to the ground. But he's like, unfortunately, it's so much money, and it costs so much. I'm heading to college. I'm like, well, that's a good call, buddy. That is a good call, because you could be one of the best and shit the bed, and then you're fucked.
It costs millions.
Yeah, millions.
Absolutely.
It's millions.
And these people were pretty well off. I mean, it was a nice ass neighborhood, and they had
James
money.
Baldwin just did a video of Sim to Real, and he was talking. He won a tournament in 2019, and was lucky enough and got some seat time. And people like Steve Brown or Jimmy Broadband, they're popular influencers, so they were able to use that to get into racing. Igor Fraga had Gran Turismo and Kaz behind him, so they were able to push his real driving experience and shit like that. So it does happen, but a lot of people try to get into sim racing and go to the pro route.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen like that. Usually, you got to be somebody special.
Yeah, exactly. And
shit like that. But
it's a great time. I love it. It's the best. Hop in whenever you want. Just get racing. You don't need to wait for a track day. You don't need special insurance. You don't need to pay for maintenance. Just get yourself a rig, a TV,
it really does
and
bring
pop
your
on
own track day.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, it's very,
very.
Because again, how much
rent this for 2 laps? Fuck, $500 for 2 laps, plus your insurance and deposit with your credit card. I'll just go on my Gran Turismo.
Yep. I'll go drive this Ferrari on Turismo. Because that shit.
Well, how much was it to run that Toyota Cup, the GR86? Like $750,000.
Yeah, it's close to $1 million. Yeah, with all transportation, the car, transportation, your team, getting shit around and everything. Yeah, they said you're looking at like $1 million for a season, which is insane. You're just fucking pissing away $1 million.
Well, wasn't it Jermaine saying it was like 5-10K a fucking race almost?
No, for him, I think he was saying it was $1,000 a race weekend.
Oh, yeah, and that's like Civics though. Like you know, for fuel and tires, $1,000 a weekend to race once you've already bought the car. That's the other thing, the car price, and then so even
you're wrenching on cheap.
It. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You got a team, maybe you broke something, you really got to fucking pay guys to fix and import
and then
parts.
Depending
and
on how many rounds there are, I mean that could be like $10,000 right there for the season.
Yeah,
easy.
And that's just like say entry level stuff of sorts. You know.
Yeah, I know you got family on your
it's-
pit crew. You're not paying and saving money that
Yeah,
way.
that's the only way to really save
Yeah,
money to do
yeah,
it.
yeah. Yep, con the family
I
coming
wish.
in. I wanted to ask you guys that is it the ZR1X that just did the Nürburgring?
The one that
Yep.
cheated, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. So what happened? I heard about it, didn't look
I
into
haven't
it. So
looked
what?
really yet.
Well,
Cheated?
it's a prototype.
Okay.
So it falls under the prototype, and they use race engineers instead of professional
Oh,
drivers. So
gotcha.
even when I watched the regular ZR1, I'm like, ooh man, there's a mistake there. Ooh, there's a mistake there. Ooh, they're too fucking tight here. So I'm like, there's several fucking sites, and then I found out it's race engineers. So when they officially, and they didn't they used the tracking of the actual car, so I don't think it was official satellite
Okay.
shit like that. So Misha did a video, and he says with the real professional driver, they could probably shave off 10 seconds.
Oh shit.
And yeah, so again, the car's got 1,200
Yeah.
horsepower and shit like that. With to go back to Max, like with the GTD, he could probably shave off another 5 seconds off that 652 time.
Right.
So he could probably get that thing in the 647. So, yeah,
Yeah, they
it's
say
just a
46,
straight
47, or
line.
48 times.
Yeah, it's a straight line monster and shit
Dude,
like that.
yeah. So is the GTD
everything.
the current record holder for like
Yes
production
and
like
no.
Yeah.
Yes and no. So again, it's not a mid-engine car. It's
Right.
a front rear car. The car weighs like 3,900 fucking pounds. So what it's able to do is very fucking impressive.
Yeah.
But then if you have a Manti GT3 RS, a car that has 500 horsepower, is just as quick, if not fucking
Mhm.
quicker. So, maintaining speed through corners. It's just that they both hit 199 down the back straight,
God
which is
damn.
fucking crazy.
Jesus.
That's wild.
Yeah, almost 200 fucking going uphill.
Right.
And shit like that. So that's where it's making up a lot of time. So again, get a professional driver in there. Yeah, maybe those cars will, and an actual production car.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the fastest American.
I was
car
just
there.
thinking, like when they do that, like records and stuff like that, and like companies testing new cars to do that kind of thing. Why don't they have like Top Gear used to have like the Stig, like have one driver, so you have the same skill base. You know what I mean? And say unbiased opinions, like because you're having your own factory drivers, stuff like that, your engineers, things like that. But have somebody drive the car. That just he drives every car. If you want it to be world record, counted, this guy needs to get behind the wheel.
Same guy.
Yeah,
for
maybe
every
they
car.
will, because they had 3 different engineers drive. One drove the Z06, one drove the ZR1, one drove the ZR1X. So maybe that's what they officially have put out, and maybe they did do another track day, or later that day they did throw a professional, and he drove all 3 cars, and maybe they'll release that
but
a
not
little
even
bit
just
later.
those cars. Like the same guy has to drive the Ford, as the Chevy, as the Porsche, as the one guy who's the record.
The Nürburgring provides
for every
the driver.
exactly. He's the guy that's going to do all the cars for every company to set the records. He will push the limits. He's the guy who knows. That's all he does is Nürburgring.
Kind of like Randy Probst at Laguna Seca.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Not like specifically Misha, but someone like Misha who all he does is test cars on that track and push limits, kind of thing. Like somebody just that's it. That's all. Like
I think Randy Probst has every
who's a
world
pro
record
for that.
at Laguna Seca.
Yeah.
In every
But can a manufacturer come in and slip some cash and be like, hey, maybe lift your foot a little
Well,
bit?
that's the thing is you need a driver who's an actual driver who's on.
Can't be
I don't need
corrupted.
the money
Employee of the
necessarily.
Nürburgring.
No corrupted. Like
Yeah.
I can't. My brain's thinking like they're.
Don't hurt yourself.
What do you call it? They're fuck. Oh my god, my brain.
Here we
is
go.
so
Oh, look out!
retarded.
Everybody back away
Push.
from their microphones.
Squeeze it out. Squeeze it out.
Oh my god, I can't think of the word. Like they're
Bus drivers.
No, they're legacy. They're fucking, you know what I mean? They're like what people think about them. Like they, without corrupting them, they don't want to be known as that guy that takes bribes and stuff. They, you know, be respected as the driver. So they'll have that unbiased opinion of everything that they're in there. And I think that's how you're going to really test, because look, what was it, a year ago, 2 years ago, somebody else cheated in Nürburgring with footage, you know what I mean, trying to set records. You know what I mean? So just have one driver, like you said, Todd, Laguna, like just have one guy doing all the record testing. You know what I mean? That's his job. You know, bring your new car. All right, let me give it a rip. You know,
Dude, that'd be cool
and even
as
have
shit.
him help with the, say, not development, but help with the track setup. Okay, you got to make sure of this. You got to make sure of this. Okay, do a couple laps. Okay, guys, if you want, we can go faster if you tighten this or do that. You know what I mean? All right, we're ready to go. Let's set a record. You know.
Dude, yeah.
Well, I just think it's just so expensive to rent that track out.
Oh fuck yeah.
To do that, and then not have a guy part of the program from day one. You know, just kind of jump. Yeah, but yeah, maybe you just make it. This is the official record whenever this guy drives the fucking cars and shit like that. But
Well, too, everything's so scheduled in advance too that I would think they'd be able. All right, here's our guy.
Exactly.
He's scheduled in. We're ready to roll on this date, weather permitted, and let's roll. Dude, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I should just get Misha to do
make it fair.
Just get
well,
Misha
that's the
to
thing.
do it.
Like someone like him could, you know what
Right?
I mean? It's only going to make the guy, whoever's doing it, a better driver, anyways. Being able to but somebody who knows,
Dude, he knows that track.
What's his name?
So
The Porsche, Estrie, the guy that drives for Porsche. What's his name?
Kevin Estra.
Yeah, Estra. Like that guy is a goddamn Nürburgring god.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he drives for Porsche, but at the same time, he could retire from racing if he wanted to and be that guy, because he knows that track inside and out at the highest caliber level as well. You know what I mean? So that would be a guy like Misha, but somebody who's actually give me any track, any car kind of guy like him. I would say put him behind the wheel.
Dude, that'd be the coolest.
Yeah.
Well, think about the views they would get too on that shit having him do it, because he's already the master of the Nürburgring, known for it.
And he has almost 2 million subscribers.
Yeah. Dude, maybe we just put something out there, and it's maybe in a couple of years we see.
Well,
it
there was a petition. Was it 2 months ago? I know at one point it was like 600-700 people. They were trying to get Misha banned.
Oh, what? Get him
from there.
Banned? What a bunch
Why?
of bitches. Because they're
Because he
jealous
drives
because
too
he's so fast.
fast.
They wish they
He
could do it.
drives
And
too fast around a track that you're supposed to drive as fast as you can around.
Well, and now
Fucking
he's
faggots.
he's
He
not
does solos?
he's not taking passengers anymore.
Yeah,
You'll
no.
still see videos of him, but that's just old shit that he's already done.
Mhm.
Yeah. All new stuff is him solo because of the risk and, versus reward. He's crashing cars. Like he's like, yeah, we'll build them, we'll fix them, but I can't give somebody's life back. Or fucking something like that. If something actually happens.
Well,
And
because
that's
there was
why
a
they're
really
like, well,
bad
you're so-
crash between a GT3 and an M2. Dude.
Oh,
it
I
was
heard about
fucking-
Oh yeah,
that.
the video's out there. If you check
So-
the video.
I
it's fucking
posted it
crazy.
on Discord a while ago, but dude, that crash was fucking
And it was
violent. Everybody
was it
survived,
the Beamer? Who
but
was whose
the
fault was it?
Porsche was flying through, and the Beamer kind of just cut the corner in where the Porsche thought he was going to stay wide, and he didn't, and they met at the same real estate.
And
bam. Yeah.
Because I was listening to a
it was violent.
podcast. I think it was Doug DeMiro's podcast, and they were
You
talking.
listen to that idiot?
And they were talking about that. I just found it.
Damn that
I just
fucking-
found it. It was actually when they were
that
talking
guy's
about
the
that. It was
worst.
pretty
Listen
good.
to that fucking idiot.
You don't like Doug? You don't
Fuck
like the old
no.
Dougie?
The first video I
Fuck
saw
that
that
piece
guy
of
like
shit.
5-6
I mean,
years
what?
ago driving a Black Ferrari Testarossa in Georgia. I'm like, this guy's the biggest fucking dork and idiot.
He is.
Like,
He is the biggest.
I can't stand him. Oh,
I'll watch
him
some
and
of his
Schmee.
reviews
Ugh.
sometimes on there when he
Fucking
just
pud.
this is because
I
he's just
can't stand that guy. Ugh,
he's such a goober.
he's a weasel.
It's hilarious.
Just the biggest puss.
Oh. But yeah, they were talking
but
about
there's
it,
4
how the
million people
Porsche
like
was
him.
on the Beamer's
What do I
ass for
know?
quite a while. And they're thinking the BMW was someone that hasn't been on that track as much as the Porsche guy. Because the Porsche was, I guess, going full out. The Beamer was kind of timid. And the Porsche was on his ass. And then they were talking about passing. And if you drive that track enough, to stick to the right. And they'll pass on the left kind of thing. And he wasn't doing it. And I guess dude got a little frustrated. And when they went into that corner. And like you said, they met up. And it wasn't good.
Yeah. Yep. 2 cars and 1 piece of real estate.
Yep.
So yeah, it just it was a really, really violent fucking accident. Thank God both people walked away and shit like that. But now it's like, who's at fault?
Right. Exactly.
Is it them 2 guys? And now is he paying for a Manti fucking 911?
Well, too. I mean, you're on track.
$400,000
At that point, I mean,
and
it's
then you got to
like
pay for the track repairs, and ambulance, fucking all that shit, and hospital bills, and a lot of car insurance companies won't cover that shit.
No. So I
now
mean,
you're
that's
out of this shit out of
you're
pocket.
like trying to do lawsuit because dude doesn't want to pay, or I'd be like, dude, it's your own risk. You're on the track. Sorry, we came together, but I'm not paying for your fucking Porsche.
Well, the police get involved, so there's a ticket. It is a actual highway or road and shit like that. So
yeah, it's a public roadway.
Public road.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
so it's a huge thing. And then whatever damage you cause to the track, then you owe the track several thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, fixing barriers and shit like that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it can financially ruin you.
Dude, it would be awesome to go there and drive on that track, but then at the same time, you'd be like, oh, fuck. If I fuck someone up.
Well, they have like Porsche, or they have car taxis.
Mm-hmm.
They have Porsche
Yeah, I'd rather
taxis
just have
shit.
somebody drive me. That would be really great, just to feel it itself. But the risk reward, I'd love to, but the risk reward, like,
I'd be going too slow though. People would be fucking flying.
Well, yeah, for a bit.
So scared.
You can't tell me you're not going to start getting. Okay, I know this.
Right after the first lap.
Oh shit!
Or first half.
Like, look how many
like,
YouTube videos you see out there. Where people are crashing their cars and shit, and it's just like that. Not only costs you so much of your car because it's destroyed, you would just like Todd said, like, that's going to cost you 20, 30, 40 grand on top of that to fix the fucking strip of fucking barrier you just took out.
Oh, man.
Let alone fucking if you hit somebody.
The Nürburgring frowns upon anybody showing any wreck. Like, you cannot show that. If they catch you showing wrecks and shit like that, you're banned from the track.
Oh, my God.
If you get caught, and like, they do not want anybody to show crashes at the ring and shit.
And Misha, a while back, got in trouble for that. That's why he's really sticked about it, because he actually showed something probably about 4 years ago or so, and he got almost banned.
Oh, shit.
He's just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, please. This is my fucking livelihood kind of shit. They're like, you do that again, you are fucking out of here.
Damn.
And, it's pretty much only spectators, and even spectators get fucking banned from the area. But it's kind of hard, too, when it's a public access.
Right.
Driving, though, footage of in-car stuff like that is highly, highly frowned upon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how much the pass costs for that a year?
Yeah, it went up. I think it's $3,500 now.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know it jumped up significantly. Well, they've done a lot of changes,
right.
and
then they repave
maintenance.
some sections.
They
repaved most of it.
Already.
So hopefully,
safer in spots.
Hopefully GT8 will have the new fucking Nürburgring layout and shit like that. Because again, GT was exclusive. It was the only game that had the Nürburgring for the longest time.
Yep, not anymore.
That was one of the perks. So it does seem like Kaz, again, very little effort is going into GT7, and I think they're
gearing
full
up for 8.
They're looking at
go
8.
for GT8.
And I think too
shit.
they have a deadline like PlayStation. They're like, motherfuckers, when this 6 drops, you need to be ready. No more fucking pushing it off and delays and shit. You need to
Do you guys
be
think
ready.
that they'll do the same as they just did for my Gran Turismo thing for the new one? Give it a little quick demo out to kind of get hype before it comes
Oh,
out.
that would be awesome.
I don't think it'd be cool. I don't think.
I don't think so.
I don't think they
Just
will.
Kaz is in his own world and thinks the sim world evolves around him, and it's his way or the fucking highway and shit like that. So it would be cool, but I doubt it. I doubt it.
God, if we could get him on, that'd be great.
Well, he doesn't speak fucking English.
No, we'd have
Oh,
to
he
have
does.
a
He just
translator.
refuses to. That fucking piece of shit. You're fucking telling me that guy doesn't speak English? He fucking does. So
He doesn't do.
He just
He's
got no
like my
for
grandma.
everybody else.
My grandma knew English, but she refused to fucking speak it, and all she did was speak Spanish.
Like, and I'm sorry, not to say it's
She's
just
stubborn.
him. It's just his way he is. He's just stubborn. He's just like the same thing. Like he's just like you. I'm better than you in a way. I'm Kaz. You can translate for me because I don't have the time or patience to fucking. And at the same time, he might be self-conscious. I'll say that of his
to the way they say
speaking.
shit as like
Yeah,
reverse.
it might be like I don't want people making fun of me.
Right.
Things like that. Kind of because of the way that he says things and that are broken English. Maybe he's good, but he's not completely, say, 100% fluent that he can have a full conversation. So he'd rather not be like that stuttery, and people laughing at him and not taking him serious. I can see that.
Well,
kind of
Japanese
thing,
too is weird because the shit you would say, like the big, like, hi, I am Sean. Blah, how are you? In Japanese, you'd say, how are you? And then the rest at the end. It's like, it's fucking backwards.
Hi, how are you? I am Sean.
Yeah. Like when you say it in Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, again, you can't really get much information out of that guy. He's just, everything's very vague and,
Yep.
So I've tried finding interviews and shit.
Yeah, you can't. Nothing. I love the game, though. Do love the game.
Yeah.
Love it, and we'll critique it. And
we'll bitch about it constantly because,
right.
like Jim said a million times before, we do it
potential.
because we love it.
Yeah, because we love it
and the
that
potential.
much.
We know the potential.
Yep.
Yep. It could be huge if they just did what
They just do a couple of little things.
It's the little details. It's the little details now. It's just
again. I just think he wants to be more of a car culture game than a racing game.
Then don't advertise it as a racing game because he was talking about how it's going to be, we're getting into esports and all. Well, that's bullshit then.
Yeah, maybe they're gearing up for GT8. Maybe big esports.
If you're focusing GT7 as a car culture game, but you were saying how much you want to turn it into an esports game, you're a fucking liar.
Well, yeah, now it's the real driving simulator, not racing.
It's always been the real driving simulator, but if you're going to do that, then have open roads, open territories.
Yeah,
where we can get in and say, you know what, we want to go from L.A. to San Francisco on the Pacific Coast Highway.
Yep. And then we can meet up in the parking lot and be like, all right, guys, let's go.
Or,
I know it's not the same, but I did with Drive Club. Was it?
Evo delayed their open world.
Yeah.
It's not going to be ready yet. So that's getting pushed back.
Was it Drive Club that had North America that you could drive coast to coast?
That or Crew Fest.
Yeah, maybe it was Crew Fest. I used to love that. Yeah, it was
my son
arcade,
plays
but
that.
You could actually go from like LA to New York and back, and like do the triangle, even
do the cannonball run,
New York, fucking like kind of shit like that. And it wasn't the same ratio, but it was still that. You'd have the transition from like grassland. You'd have like all those different views, mountains, forests, this and that, like all that kind of shit through that. And it took you a couple hours to go back and forth. It was fun.
Well, that open world shit works. Look at
Horizon. Horizon's
That's
killing it on PlayStation.
Game.
I hate that fucking game.
Like think about it. If they had
it's
something
all right.
that you could go VR. Right? And we could, like, all of us, for example, as a team or group of friends, go and meet up in, like, somewhere we load in We all go from LA to where are we going today, guys? Let's go down to Florida. Let's go down to the fucking Keys.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Dude, that'd be cool.
And then
do a road
all
trip
of us
and
just
shit,
rip
yeah.
it through,
Cool.
and have we got. It's gonna take a couple hours, but we all get together and do it because it's fun. Because we can go in VR.
Yeah.
We can, you know what I mean? Like,
See, that would be
Yeah,
dope.
see,
that would be
huge.
I think PD could make a standoff game and have open world Gran Turismo,
dude.
where
Yep,
it's just open world VR, all their cars, their graphics.
Drive out to car
and-
shows, fucking other events.
Cars and coffee.
Yeah,
Sunday Cars and Coffee, GT8, open world, whatever. It'd be fucking huge.
oh yeah, it would.
Meet up in
Shit.
like
In
1 week.
Tokyo?
It's just like
Yep.
Yeah, 1 week.
And,
San
you know what would be
Fran or
actually kind
LA.
of cool too is if you have like your home base in the game, right? And we all have our home base, and like maybe they only have North America, like U.S. only. So we all pick our spot. Like I'd have to, closest to me. You're in Chicago, Todd, things like that.
Yep.
And like Monday night is Cars and Coffee, but it's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So we all have to get on time. Okay, Jim and I and Sean have to get on an hour early to drive across the U.S. to meet up in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? And
We'll meet you
Todd can wait
halfway
for
in
an extra
St.
half
Louis.
hour. Yeah, we'll meet up at the I got to be on 30 minutes. The guys are on the way over already. All right, and then Todd gets in his car and comes out on the highway. Okay, guys, I'm right here. Oh, there you are. All right, good. See you in a bit.
That'd be the
kind
fucking
of shit.
shit.
That would be crazy. It's
Exit
fucking more realistic than that. That'd be
136
crazy
Highway
fun.
B.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah, I'll meet you at the
I
gas
think
station
there's a
here.
market for it.
Oh yeah.
Forza Horizon showing that there is, and
Oh, there is.
again, if PD
Again,
with
It just
their
sucks
graphics,
because it's
It's the
controller
real driving simulator.
and it's chase mode for
real
the most
driving
part.
simulator should allow us to real drive.
Yeah,
But
dude.
but if they could implement the VR,
Hey, but
oh,
guess
dude,
what?
VR.
There is something that we can do that nobody else can. We can drive and have music in the background.
Ooh, yeah, music rally.
Yeah, music rally, because that's what people want to do.
I've only
Fucking
tried that
shit
once.
ass fucking
Tried
bullshit.
it once.
What the fuck?
We got music in the background all the time. Just have to ask God to come
yeah,
on.
have me.
Turn it up. Crank that shit.
Yeah,
That's my soul.
DJ.
And imagine that we could actually do like that'd be the other thing. I'd be cruising, like picking radio music for each other, and then
Right.
like who's gonna? All right, Todd, you're up tonight for music selection for the drive. Tomorrow is Sean, Jim next day. Like
You guys ready for some Yanni? Here we go.
Yeah.
Got
Because I
my-
think those
my mixtape of Yanni.
trucking games do pretty well.
Oh, dude, they do.
Yep. Oh fuck!
So-
I actually lost that shit because
Fucking
it's driving around like
semi-trucks.
I remember
Yeah,
when Jimmy started
think
playing the
there's-
European truck driver one he used to play for weeks on end, just fucking hours around, just driving a fucking transport truck and
Yep,
fucking
picking
and
up his
delivering
load and dropping it off. Oh, fuck.
So yeah, I just think there's a market for it, and
Oh,
it'd be
definitely.
stupid for PD not to jump all over it.
Yeah. They
with
should do that
their-
and
what
then
their
make
games they
a
should.
different sport game. It's a standalone sport game to where if you want to just race cars online, like a set of Corsa or a set of Corsa Competizione. I was gonna say Evo. Yeah, like that. You just got race cars, tracks, and you're just racing. That is fucking
Well,
it.
that's the thing. They have two different games. It's very possible to do that. Like,
Yeah.
here's your car culture, like a set of
Mhm.
Corsa. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
GT8, and then here's your GT competition only.
Yeah.
It's called
Yeah,
GT
like here's
Sport
your
2.
full
Sport 2.
fucking
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like, dude, like, yeah, GT Sport 2, fucking, and you can have a
Because
title
we would buy
if you
both
really,
of them.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So now you're just made $200 instead of $100 or whatever the cost of the fucking games
Right.
are.
Well, too, and if they were able to manage it correctly, they could put it in one game if they managed it correctly.
Yeah, but
But
even if you did separate games, like, here's the thing:
I'd rather
people
have
like
separate.
us would buy it.
yeah,
Both.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless, you'll have a lot of people that buy maybe sport only, and a lot of people that buy the single player only kind of
I
or
get- yeah, I
whatnot,
get
like
both.
the more open worldy maybe. But there's going to be a huge amount of people that are going to have one crossover, especially since like the Assetto Corsa game of it will be more expensive,
hmm
I would say, and then the
For all the
sport you
licenses,
do that
yeah.
separately, then you can drop DLCs with that
Mhm.
separately, and make your
yeah.
background money
See,
that way too.
yeah.
So you have your base copy of Sport, which is cheap, maybe $20 for the base thing, and then you have to buy just like
Oh,
ACC was.
right.
It wasn't that expensive,
No.
but then you get to get the extra cars and tracks,
Yep.
another $10, $15, $20 here and there, and guess what? You got everything you need,
Yep.
as you need it, So Yeah, do that, fucking, and you'll have so much more income coming in too.
Oh, dude.
But open world VR, God.
Yeah.
I mean, just think
how
about
cool would
this.
that be?
We go to the
Jumping
Smoky
in your
Mountains.
Pagani.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go to the Smoky
Jumping
Mountains.
to
We do
Europe.
Pacific
Oh,
Coast
Ferrari.
Highway. We go to Europe and do the Eiger Pass.
yeah.
We go to what is it? There's that road that Ceausescu
Dragon.
built in Romania.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's
That's-
Dragon in North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's like 13 miles.
Oh, Tail of the Dragon, yeah.
Tail of the Dragon have that.
You know,
Guess
there
what?
are
If they
roads
did that-
throughout the world that we could drive on, and it would be
Pacific Coast
great.
Highway.
Here's
There
the
you
thing
go.
is, if they did something like that, do you know how amazing our podcast would be?
Yeah.
We would become Clarkson, May.
Oh,
like,
dude.
We take,
Oh,
like,
my
we
gosh,
would do,
yeah.
we could do the Grand DGGR
Oh,
Grand
yeah.
Tour.
Yeah.
Oh,
Every
speaking
week
of,
we're driving somewhere. We could have a stream of it from
Oh,
all
dude, that'd
different
be
perspectives.
great.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
man.
that would be
We're-
insane.
they're
Dude,
bringing
so
the Grand
good.
Tour back, but it's with
Yeah.
Thomas and James from Throttle House. They're YouTubers
Okay.
from
Okay.
Canada, and then they have some third dude who's some other like media influencer.
Not gonna work.
That's Thomas and James are cool doing their shtick, and I don't think it's
When
gonna
they
work.
bleed over to
I
real
don't.
production, it doesn't work. They need to stick to
Yeah.
the YouTubes. Do your own
Doesn't-
shit.
Yeah,
That's
That's
exactly.
what you're known for. Because then, yeah, they
Exactly.
have to read scripts and all this bullshit. Then
They-
you could tell it's so fake.
Yeah, it's not organic.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's Amazon
Yep.
fucking telling them what to say and do.
That's why
Yeah.
YouTube does
This
so
is-
well.
Yeah,
People
Amazon.
like real shit. We don't want
They
your
do.
polished fucking productions.
Well, I mean, it's like the original Top Gear. That was all that's all scripted to a point.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
to a point.
But there was freedom in there.
But they did it well,
Mhm.
and then they tried to bring it to the United States. Only there were times you could see they're like, "Oh, we're going to camp outside." You could tell that they were on a soundstage.
yeah.
Was that the
Like-
one with Tanner and Rutledge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was awful. It's like number one, nobody had any type of like there was no chemistry at all.
Mm-mm.
It took a
You know,
year and a
It
half for
did,
them to
and they just did
kinda
all the
gel.
same shit that they did in Europe.
And they
It was
didn't do
a
it as
knockoff, yeah.
only
Yeah.
it wasn't as well.
No,
They didn't do it as
exactly.
well.
And it's like, yeah,
It's
Well,
just
that Adam Ferrara.
Oh,
just
yeah.
was not a
he's
good
a
fit.
comedian
Yep,
that they
he
put
is.
on
Not
there
even a
because
good
they
one.
wanted somebody to be funny and they
And
wanted
he
a race
wasn't.
car
I thought
driver and they
Rutledge was
wanted
pretty
this.
funny.
Yeah,
like
Tanner
Rutledge.
Rutledge. I felt they had pretty good chemistry.
Yeah.
We're starting to get it, but Adam Ferrara or whatever just did not
Yeah, he's that
work
New
well with those
Yorker.
guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
this
and he
is
wasn't
this
a
is
real
the
car guy.
No.
this is the problem is
Kind of
they
like cars, but
they-
that's true.
the Top Gear, the people that followed, the Jeremy, James, and Richard on Top Gear, they weren't car guys.
Mhm.
They brought in, they brought in people that like, oh yeah, we sort of know
Paid
about
actors.
cars, but they're not real car guys.
No, they're paid actors.
Those three are real car people, and they love
Yeah.
all sorts of cars, and
And they're real friends.
they're
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
friends.
better chemistry in that.
Yeah.
Like, and that's
There's
what you're
real
saying. Like,
chemistry. The biggest thing
they-
is chemistry.
That's why it worked.
Yeah.
And everybody.
That's why we
can sense
work.
that.
Exactly.
That's why we work, because we all hate each other's guts, but we pretend we like each other for
we hate each other
the
the same
podcast.
amount. You know?
Yes.
yeah. Yeah. It's funny
And on
because
that
it's
bombshell.
like, fuck you on.
Fuck you guys. I'm not
See you
coming
next
back
week.
next week. Oh, shit.
Oh,
You
my
have
God.
to, Sean. You're the guy who
I was
records
gonna
it.
say, I was gonna say though one thing quickly. There is like you're saying, like Clarkson and that, like everything is a little scripted, but with them, it was like a loose base script. This is the basis of what we're doing,
Right.
and there a lot of their conversation and shit they said was kind of
It was
just off the
ad-lib.
Oh,
cuff.
just,
it-
yeah,
Oh, it's
real
ad-lib,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just have the basic. Okay, in this scene, we're gonna be stopping here and talking about this, right? And it wasn't like, okay, May, you have
Go.
to say this. Go. No,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just like
'cause,
them
I mean, you can
discussing,
just tell when
bugging the
Jeremy
shit at each other.
would just start laughing uncontrollably when Hammond or fucking May would just and it was authentic.
Yeah.
And you just can't fake that
How
shit.
many fucking times that you could see in fucking Hammond's face that he wanted to beat the fuck out of those two for picking on him for crashing and shit
or
like that
being
all the
so
time.
small.
Yeah, like,
Fuck
and
you
then
guys.
even Megan, like Clark, like they all when they got picked on from the like 2-on-1, it was you could see the authenticness of it. Like they were having a laugh, yeah, but at the same time, it wasn't fucking. That was like. Okay, they just came up with that. That's fucking hilarious. And
How many
so-and-so
times
is now
did
on the
James May
defense.
get run into by Hammond?
Yeah.
To the point where James May pulled out a machete. And was like, I am going to fucking murder you if you do that again. Like, it's great. It's fun.
That's right.
I hope that's the sort of feeling I like to bring to this podcast.
Yeah, like we get on each other's nerves a little bit here and there and rub each other and you know what I mean, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah.
And none of it's really necessarily serious. Look at for how many years, like a year or two there at the beginning, that it was most common we had, for example, we had the little sectors, and it was always near the end of it, Todd and Jim had to have a fight.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But it wasn't a fight. It was just like, fucking blah, blah, blah. Okay, see you later. Fuck you, blah, blah, blah. That show's over. Are those guys fighting? No, they were just fucking around. You know what I mean? Kind of shit.
No, I mean,
Like,
we've
we
had some
have
real
that kind of-
fights.
Oh, yeah. But it's
The best one was like Todd
all
ate
hugs
my
afterwards.
ass. That was
yeah,
the
but
best
it's all
one.
hugs afterwards, right?
And
It's all
hangs
hugs
up.
and
And
friendship
hangs up.
afterwards. It's just you have to have that kind of, say, chemistry to fucking have something work. If we're all just fucking monotone and on the same fucking page, what the fuck's that's scripted.
In the end, what it comes down to is that's what friends do to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get
Be
along, we
honest
have a
and
great
fucking-
time, and you get mad at each other, and you go, fucking eat my ass, fuck you, hang up. And then
And
the
next
next
day
week,
it's like, hey man,
what's
what are you doing
up?
today?
we're not like women who just fucking hold on to shit
Oh,
forever
fuck.
and
Jesus.
Yeah.
They hate each other
You know,
forever.
Oh yeah.
hate each other forever.
Ever.
This podcast would have been done after the first episode if we were like that.
Yeah.
I know. We're about to
Yeah.
wrap up year 3, guys. Anniversary episode's
like
coming
2
up.
weeks.
3 years
3
of bullshit.
years.
Thank
I
you.
can't believe
and growing and getting more popular. We're
I
doing
can't
so
believe
right.
I can't believe we have people that are going back and starting at the beginning
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and dealing with that. I mean, you
Yeah.
deal with this and it's bullshit, and you're going back to the back.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
there's only one episode that I ever point to, and that's the Gray Bush episode.
That's
Gray
hilarious,
Bush, and Man Cave.
Oh
If
yeah.
you haven't listened
yeah.
to it, you
That-
need to
yeah.
find the Gray Bush and Man Cave episode. It
Oh,
is
yeah.
it is one that I can actually listen to. I don't like I never listen to episodes that
Those are
I'm
good.
on. When I'm gone, I love the podcast when I'm not on it. But that one I can listen to. I die of laughter. It is so funny. It is the best that I think we've ever done because it was just off the cuff and completely out of nowhere and hilarious.
It was.
So
It was
if
good.
you haven't heard it yet, go back. I think it's first
I still
year.
reference
Yeah,
it
it
there.
is the first year.
First year
Episode like 30 something and 40 something.
Yeah, it's like go through and listen to that because it
Yep,
was
you'll find them. You will find them.
very, very funny.
Thank you to everybody that
yes.
does listen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
absolutely.
Around
If it
worldwide,
wasn't for all you
baby.
listeners, we wouldn't be doing this because if we didn't get any listens and stuff after like the first year, so we may have probably not been kept
I
doing.
would've
We would
called
just sat
it.
around talking to each other.
Yep.
But it's like, why are we putting time and money into something if nobody's listening? So thank you, everybody.
Thank
We
you for the
appreciate you.
people through the first year where we were having 10 people listen a week.
Yep.
Thank
Yep.
you to
You
those
were
old
literally.
school listeners that are still there too. We appreciate you, even though we're getting like 120, 130 downloads. That's
in a week.
In a week, that's so
That's a
much more
huge
than
jump.
we used to get, and we absolutely enjoy. I enjoy doing this. It's not like
Yeah, it's fun.
God, I gotta fucking
Right.
do my
It's a good
podcast
time.
today.
Good
It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly, yeah.
It's like, hey, I get to go hang out with my friends and talk about bullshit and talk shit about whatever,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter. I don't care if if we become the biggest thing ever and people look at and they're like, oh my gosh, he said the word faggot. Man, I don't give a shit.
Nope.
I don't care. You can't cancel me
exactly.
because I don't give a fuck.
Cancel us.
You can't cancel us because we don't care. Go
don't
ahead.
give
If
a
you don't
fuck.
like it, stop listening.
Yep.
If you don't like what we say, stop listening.
If hearing like Jim has said the word faggot or something, and you're a new brand,
Hey,
literally brand
I'm
new
the only
listener
one that
right
can
now.
say that.
Jim hasn't
If you're a
given us
brand new
the
listener
okay yet.
right now, we suggest not listening to last week if you're offended.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck.
If you're offended, then don't listen. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know I beat up on the Europeans. I love every one of you. You guys are great.
Dude, they love us.
And it's not
You're
not
up
my
in
European
Australia,
friends.
man.
It's the general. Yeah, it's the general limp-wristedness of
Karen, fuck off.
European society.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck. Yep.
No Karens or what? Karens or Kevins? Is that what it is?
I think
Is
so.
it or is it Chads? Karens and Chads?
Is it
Yeah,
Chad?
something like that.
I don't give a shit. Go fuck off.
you.
If you don't like it, stop listening.
Yep.
If you do like it, tell your friends.
They love it because everyone that
And,
listens is like us.
Yeah.
That's the best
Tell
part.
your friends, especially if you you can send us abusive,
Oh yeah.
fucked
And we'll
up
read
shit,
it on air.
and we'll read it on air. We don't care.
And we'll laugh about
yeah.
it.
And we'll laugh in your face.
Yep.
Because that's who we are.
Yep.
I know,
Oh,
except for Todd. Todd gets his feelings hurt, so especially whatever you do,
I do too.
don't criticize Todd, because Todd gets hurt.
Todd needs a cranberry juice.
And what do we say about that, Todd?
Hit it.
On that bombshell.
Woo!
Good night,
Baby.
everybody. Have a great week.
All right.
See you later.
Good
See you
week.
next
Thanks
week.
for listening. Remember,
y'all.
NRL Season 6
NRL.
this fall will be
Sign up.
one of the sponsors. Check it out on McNaughty's channel. Also,
racing league.
real quick, I'm going to try my hardest to have it up and ready by anniversary, but it's going to be hard. Merch.
Your wife's gonna be wanting it up nice and hard.
Here we go. Merch is coming. Merch is possibly going to be dropping soon. Finally.
And there
Everyone
are some
asked for
old
it.
school listeners that know about it.
Oh yeah, and they've already like,
has
where can
been
I get
approved.
that? Not available yet. Coming soon.
8 out of 10
Yep.
needs more America in it.
That's right.
That's
I
what
know. I got to
read.
figure that out. And I got one that I want to show Jimbo that is old school a little bit that I was able to finagle on there that you wanted. So stay tuned, everybody, for that. We'll let you know when it drops. And we'll see you next Monday. Peace.
Have a good week.